Okay, only 60% of American workers are saving for retirement. Of that 60% savings, the median amount of money in retirement savings is $5,000 or less. Today, I will be explaining what a basic retirement plan is and then tell the difference between a tax deferred and a tax exempt plan. The earlier you start a retirement plan, the more money you can accumulate on it, giving you more money. After doing much extensive research from many credible websites, including the IRS, I am now well informed on the different types of retirement plans. I will go over the basics of a retirement plan, and then I will go over what a tax-deferred plan is, and then lastly, what a tax-exempt plan is. So the basics of retirement. What exactly is a retirement plan? So a retirement plan is something everybody should start saving for as soon as possible, because what most people don't know is at age 65, when most people retire, you should have $1 million saved to live comfortably for the rest of your life. A lot of people don't have that saved because they don't know how to. And they also don't know that it's super easy to do that if you start young and you let interest accumulate. So if at age 18 you started a retirement plan and you let it accumulate and you put in money every month, you'd have $2 million by the end of it. If you put in, I think it's $100 a month, you'd have $2 million by the time you were 65 easily. And a lot of people don't know that. They don't know they should start young. Nobody tells them. So the basics of a retirement plan. Retirement plans are usually started at age 25 with most employers after people get out of college. And they put in the minimum amount of money they have to. They don't put in what they should. And that's about it. I mean, everybody should start one. It's what you have to live off of the rest of your life, unless you have money coming in somewhere else. So what is the difference between the two types of retirement plans, tax deferred and tax exempt? So a tax deferred retirement plan is where you pay money the whole time you're working from age 25 to age 65. And this whole time you're working, you're putting in money in your 401k, and you don't have to pay any taxes on this money while you're putting it in there. And your employer's probably matching you, putting in the same amount you are. And then you retire at age 65. And you're looking in your bank account, and you think you have this nice big number in your account. And you do have a pretty nice number in there because you saved, but a good portion of that is going to go to taxes because you were in what was called a tax deferred plan versus a tax exempt plan where you're paying taxes on this account from age 25 to age 65. So your money is taxed before you ever put it in your account. And so this person is doing this from age 25 to 65, and they build up this nice big number in their account. And it's not going to change after retirement when they start pulling money out of it. It's going to stay the same number. There will be no taxes on it as long as they followed all the correct laws and rules. And here's the difference in why you should or shouldn't open one in some cases. So if the person, A, makes the same amount of money their whole entire life and doesn't make a difference, they should open up a tax deferred plan or a tax exempt one. It doesn't matter because it's the same amount of money being taxed out either way. You're still paying 10% here and 10% here. It's just one's at the beginning and one's at the end. Versus person B will say they made less at the beginning of their life, but in their 40s and 50s started making more and more money. They want to be in a tax exempt plan because they'll have to end up paying higher taxes if they were in a tax deferred retirement plan losing more money because they weren't making as much and putting in as much when they were in their earlier life but were in their later life. So essentially, if you make the same amount of money your whole entire life, it doesn't matter which plan. But if you ever plan on making more money and climbing up the food chain, you'd want to be in a tax-exempt account because you're only paying a certain amount each year and you're not getting taxed more if you move up the food chain. So a retirement plan is something everyone should open as early as possible. A tax-deferred plan is where you pay all your taxes after you retire. A tax-exempt plan is where you pay no taxes during retirement. And according to the National Institute for Retirement Security, there is a multi-trillion-dollar retirement savings gap in America, which is the difference between what was saved and what should have been saved for each American.